I think I'll go with all white, because it's, yeah, probably worth the best. I just want to make sure that it's actually on right. There we go.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
But sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this is where the game starts.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
No. I should have tried to record. I didn't. This is why I suck in the red zone.
And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Oh, good throw. Good throw.
Taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Ooh, I'm dumb.
Oh, a good-looking return
He's
set
gone.
up here. The 40. 20. He will score. Touchdown, Bears. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. The Jackson going to hold on to it again. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play.
Asking a lot from our team just to block him, so I'm not going to complain.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down
What
before the gears
holding.
will even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield.
Oh, whoa.
He'll be taken down, but not
God, he didn't
before
fumble.
they
He
work
was
it
doing that in
across
practice.
midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried a stress rehearsal into the game, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Why are you backing up?
Here. Get the ball in his hands. Even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago. And he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Rolling to his left.
Oh my God! What am I doing? How did I hold on to that? Yeah, I got killed. Just took one. Jesus, what am I doing?
So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
Oh, good play. He didn't go for it at all. Damn.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
That sucks. I can't choose the mic I want to choose.
Jackson.
He did blitz anyway.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And the first play will be a field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Here's Fields. And Thomas has
tackle.
They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with a touchdown.
Rashad Bateman, 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Fields. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Fields throwing again.
Ah, damn it.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Fields. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll go again with Dobbins. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. Open man is big. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him out of the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get a pass rusher second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Damn.
And incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this
Normally,
drive,
the fullback
but
can't catch the ball, but we
just
saw
a
what
little bit
Ricard can
there
do
with incompletion
last
on
week.
first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops,
Let's
and
try this
escape
one.
this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now.
Oh, that's me. Oh, they didn't call that on you.
Time today. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
The ratio is the only reason I'm accepting this penalty, because that wasn't
So
PI.
cancel the interception, pass
You
interference.
played that
And you know
perfectly.
what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
I should have gone to
Just
the
a yard
right.
on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with a one right there.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Let's get out of this.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, damn it.
Down, but not before they reach the 50. From the 50, here's Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Fields. Trying to improvise. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Looking long for Thomas.
Wow.
Hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been
How'd he drop that?
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit.
What's the Chief Dizzle? You got a convict on your special teams.
27. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Punt God. Change his name to O.J. Simpson.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
Whoever ran across on the left side of the screen got stuck on my linebacker and he just tried to keep running. He was running in place.
At the 41-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 36 yards on the play. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Oh, it was there.
On first. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On second and goal, here's the option. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Now Jones.
Get him.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, Let's just say it's been unusual.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he almost gets this to the 30.
We know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Here's Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This receiving core really is the island of misfit toys, isn't it?
First down for Chicago.
Yeah, shouldn't be anymore, but now I just said.
Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's
That's true, you do have Michael Thomas, no.
Well, they certainly are bringing up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
You have all of your draft picks, at least?
Back to the air, Fields on second down.
Oh.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
That's
going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Throwing again is Fields.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Adafe Owe
Picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Oh my goodness.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up.
Damn it. I thought you would drop back on the in route. I should have thrown.
Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6.
They send some veterans over here to the AFC.
And they will not
Draft
get a
picks out of
chance
these
to
details.
return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Actually, yeah, whatever. We'll try it on the side of the field.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
No, you pushed it into the... Damn it.
Past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 44, Jackson.
I had it real quick.
And incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action. It's Fields.
Oh, what a
Thomas has
catch.
got it complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Fields. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To the air again, Fields. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They control this game throughout. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Michael Thomas, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already,
No, couldn't let me switch to him. Damn it.
it allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know. Just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the hair out of the football at this point in the game.
That's
That
not
means
even
they're
a
really
run.
counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career
shit, that ball was quick.
touchdown. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So with the
fuck? I just did it again. Oh my god.
To kick this one off.
Is that a your team's advantage or something? Yeah, it is. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck's going on? The meter just took off. That's handy, bro. Damn.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Back to throw, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And my goodness, another interception.
Ooh, thought I double tapped square.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Bryce Hall there defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll run the action.
He does not let you slide. He tried to, and then he got engaged in a tackle.
Get him to the ground at the 37.
God, he didn't get hurt there.
Down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. they'll take this one down to about the 40.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One play action, Fields. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Ravens have got it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Where's ATK at?
And they will take a knee
More
here.
parking or something. Probably. Oh yeah, it is only 11.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.